Welcome to Can Hammer, your source for 40k from the Great White North. Tonight's battle, Imperial Knights versus Astra Militarum. Good evening, Can Hammer fans, your source for 40k from the Great White North. I'm here tonight on the third consecutive night of gaming with Jamie. Probably standing right in the light so you can't see him. And Jamie comes tonight for a quick and dirty game. The alternative was to play Guard versus Tyranids, which would literally have taken 5 hours. Yeah. But we have a quick game. He has brought his Imperial Knight army versus my Catachans. So we haven't seen a knight. I don't think I've seen a knight army since 7th. So this will be pretty cool. And of course, are you running this just as a normal knight, or are you running it as a Acheron?
As Acheron.
Acheron. Okay, so this is the Forge-rolled Acheron, and then 3 normal knights.
1 Crusader, 1 Warden, and 1 Errant.
Okay. Well, we're going to be playing Open War tonight. So we'll come back with the army lists. All right, this is the list I've been rocking so far. I've been trying to play the hell out of it to really get the hang of it and to see how I want to change it. So here it is, a Catachan brigade with a company commander, which is the Sly Marble model, 2 other company commanders. Sly Marble will be the warlord with the Kirov's Aquila and the CP warlord trait. Then I have Harker somewhere. Where's Harker hiding? Harker is hiding somewhere. Anyway, he should be here. 2 Astropath in the elite slots. 6 units of 10 infantry. Then I have a Scout Sentinel with a multi-laser, 2 Hellhounds with Inferno Cannons and Heavy Flamers, a Basilisk, and 2 Manticores. Then a Super Heavy Auxiliary Detachment of Big Bertha, Shadow Sword with 2 Sponsons, all Heavy Bolters, and a Raven Guard Patrol Detachment, 2 units of Barebone Scouts, a Captain, and a 6-man unit of Aggressors. And that is it. 2,000 points, 13 command points. Psychic powers, purple guy, Psychic Barrier. Green guy is Night Shroud. And we're ready to rock, so we'll come back with the mission. So Jamie's bringing 4 knights. And so this is the Warden.
Yep.
Does it have the missiles on the top?
Yep.
Okay, and this is a Crusader that has the battle cannon and the Gatling. This is a Errant that has the Melt-a-Thing and the sword. And this, of course, is the Forge-rolled Acheron, which has a
Flamestorm cannon and Chain Fist with dual heavy bolter.
All right. Just tell me what this thing does.
It's 2d6 auto hits, strength 7, -2, d3 damage each.
Okay, and what's the range on that?
18-inch.
Nice,
Plus he moves 14.
And he moves 14.
Yeah.
These guys all move 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he can run 2d6, I think.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Invulns on these guys?
They all have 5 up, including him.
That one's not any better, just 5 up?
But he has, at the beginning of each turn on a 5 up, he can get a hull point back.
Oh, nice. Auto repair, too. Okay. And who's your warlord? This guy?
The red one.
The red one? Okay. And you're using the relics and stuff out of chapter proof, right? So is this like a beefed up chainsword?
The Ravager. Just gets to reroll 1s.
Reroll 1s. Okay. And he has an extra attack, right? Because of the warlord trait. Okay. Oh, Reggie.
And the
welcome.
only stratagem bonus to the 3 normal ones is the rotate ion shields, as per the FAQ.
Yeah, which is what?
Increase after, I think it's after the opponent declares that you as a target.
Or you got +1 invuln or something?
Yeah, you can increase the shields by 1.
Sweet.
For 1 knight.
Sweet. Okay, so you're running these as the 3 super heavy detachment?
Yeah.
And then like an auxiliary or something? Okay, so then that means you have what? 6
command points. The auxiliary is
3 Lord of Wards gives you 3 command points?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, cool. Any psychic powers? Psychic Knights. No, that's left to Eldar. Okay. All right, we're going to play Open War. You want me to pick the cards, Jamie?
I could do it.
All right, James is going to pick the cards. Do the objective first.
Did you shuffle them or?
I shuffled them, but you can pick whichever card you want.
I like this one right here.
Invasion. So the players roll off, starting with the winner. They take it in turns to set up one objective marker each, anywhere in their own deployment zone, more than 6 inches from the backfield edge. Player wins immediately if they control both objective markers at the end of their opponent's turn.
Whew.
Interesting. Sudden death game. So you just set up 2 objectives markers then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You good with that?
It's gonna be interesting.
You only got 5 models.
Do you have 4?
You only have 4 models. You can pick another one if you want.
Do you have deep strikers?
No, the Raven Guard can. They deploy before the first turn, anywhere outside of 9 inches.
But other than that, you have no deep strikers?
Other than that, no deep strikers.
Then no, we're good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had a lot of deep strikers, I'd probably say yeah.
Oh yeah, that's auto lose.
As soon as I leave my deployment zone, you're just gonna come in and drop in on it.
Okay, so you understand those guys can start anywhere on the field, 9 inches away from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick the deployment.
Keeping it interesting.
Okay, but this one says it has to be in your own deployment zone more than... Oh, okay. So somebody's going to have theirs in the middle.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to have theirs in one of the 4 corners. You good with that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. And the twists.
This is the one that's going to make this game so good.
Meeting battle. Each player must split their army into 3 contingents. Okay, no contingent can have more than half the units in an army. Okay, I guess you can fulfill those criteria.
Well, I can't. 1/4 is going to be half my army. Because 2 will have to go into 1, and 1 will have to go into the other 2.
Yeah, but 2 knights is not more than half your army. It's literally half your army.
No, he's 495 and he's...
And it doesn't mention points. I think it's just each can have more than half the number of units. Yeah, so you have 4 units.
Oh, I just can't have more than 4.
Yeah, so you'd have 1, 1, and 2.
Okay.
And so you would meet that. Each player sets up 1 contingent at the start of the battle using the normal rules. A second contingent arrives at the end of the second movement phase, and the last and at the third movement phase. Units in the second and third must be not more than 9 inches away from the enemy, with all models wholly within 9 inches of any edge of the battlefield and outside of the enemy. Okay, so...
Does that just confuse it?
No, that you can't do that if you're the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Because you can't set up within yours and out. You can't set up within the edge of the battlefield and still with it because you're stuck in the middle. Okay, draw a new twist. That's a complicated twist. Usually it's something simple. I haven't seen that one before though. Restore this. Okay, this is the one where you restore D3 to a unit in the beginning of your turn. D3 wins.
Oops. All right.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay, so we're playing Invasion in the Brazil map deployment and restoratives.
The Brazil map.
Okay, so what we should do is, I guess, roll off to see who's going to be the guy in the middle.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I don't know. I think it's probably better for you.
I think I'd want to be in the middle.
No, I think it's better for you to be on the outside, 1 knight in each corner, and then you press to the middle.
I guess.
Whereas I would have to break out to get to your objective.
Either way.
Whereas if you're in the middle, I could split my force in 4.
But if I'm in the middle, it's a lot easier for me to get to the edges. Like it's a shorter distance. Because what's my deployment bubble there? 24.
Well, you know what happens if you're in the middle. I have to put my objective in one of those 4 corners. You just send all 4 knights into a little corner, right? I don't even know if I will be able to fit my whole army into a corner.
Well, you're gonna do it in contingent, so
I'll have to split it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right, I rolled a 5.
6.
And Jamie rolled a 6. Okay, so which one do you want to be? This is the big decision.
All this talk about it, I don't even know anymore. I definitely think I'm going to take the center because I think it'd be more thematic.
Okay, you can still... We're like encroaching on...
Yeah.
Maybe there's a relic in the middle that you're guarding.
Some rogue Imperial Knights, and you have to go and quiet them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Should we rearrange some terrain?
Keep it that way.
Will you be able to fit your knights?
I only need to fit 2 of them. Because we have to split it up in contingents.
No. We got rid of that card.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we replaced it with this one. So you need to be able to fit 4 knights in a 24-inch diameter circle.
No, I'm not going to move terrain just to make it better for me.
No, but you might need to move terrain to actually be able to deploy.
Oh, I don't think so. I could put probably 4 right down the line, the river there.
Okay. Yeah, my terrain was not set up for this kind of deployment map.
No, we'll work around this.
Okay, cool. So just to reconfirm, the players will roll off, and whoever wins place an objective, and then whoever instant death, basically. Okay, sounds fun. We're gonna set up. We're gonna roll off and see who sets up their objectives. 5,
4.
Okay, so I get to set up my objective first, I guess, in one of these corners. I will give you objective 1, sir, and I will set up. Let's see now. So you can't walk over those things. You have to walk around.
These guys, no.
Yeah, so
He's got fly keyword though.
That guy is fly?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, 4-year-old man, I don't doubt
You
it.
never know.
Okay. And it has to be 6 inches. I'll measure that afterwards. So I'm placing it in this corner. And I guess you got to place it somewhere. Right in the middle. Okay. So we're going to deploy up and come back after deployment when we're ready to go. Okay, so we have deployed. Jamie obviously finished first. He's basically put his 4 knights the only possible way.
I always finish first.
Yeah, he finishes first. Yeah, he's got that
Been up first
level. So he's basically deployed the only way he possibly could have around this terrain here. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't sure what to do. So what I did was I put all my troops over here on our objective, because you would have to kill them all, although with that flamer it's probably not that hard. And I do have OBSEC, so even if it was just 1 guardsman left against 1 knight, I would still hold it. And I didn't know what to do with hellhounds and sentinels, which are probably literally going to do nothing this game, so I just put my sentinel there. And then I've set up to make him go this way. If he wants to take my super heavy out, he's going to have to come to the opposite corner. And so I put all my tanks over here, including Big Bertha, a couple of guardsman squads to screen, and my warlords over here as well. But nothing matters in this game. There's no slated warlord or anything. It's just got to get on both objectives by the end of your turn. End of the battle round, I believe. So that's the way it is. Jamie gets to roll to see who goes first, and he gets the +1. I've rolled 3. And he's rolled 1, so I get to go first. You can try and see, sir. Nope. Okay, so it's going to be Catachans turn 1. Let's see what happens. Okay, so my scout deployments, so my scout central just shifted over this way, and I've actually put the aggressors up there with the captain behind them, and the scouts have formed yet another fodder line in front of the guard line. Okay, so we're going to do my first turn. We're going to do some turn summaries, and we'll be back at the end of my turn. End of Catachans turn 1. Everything was pretty good except Big Bertha whiffed. So I got this guy down 13 wounds. I got him down 13 or 14, 15 wounds on him. And I completely whiffed all the big stuff on the big dude back here, and I didn't shoot at this guy at all. So that's it. Everything else just kind of moved up and preparing, and I combined these 2 squads with that guard stratagem there. So that's it for Catachans turn 1. Going to Imperial Knights turn 1. All right, while Jamie's moving, I just wanted to point out what a cool mission this is actually, because now Jamie's faced with the decision of my objectives there, but my big guns are here. A couple of his knights are already slowed. And he can get through all that stuff pretty easily, but it's going to take him 2 or 3 turns to get to the back because of just all the bodies I put in front of him. And in that amount of time, I need to be able to kill him. Assuming he doesn't come and bother, I think he should probably send 1 knight this way to bother these guys. But yeah, so it's an interesting game, super interesting game actually. And yeah, it may have been completely different if I'd sat up in the middle and he put a knight on each corner. But he chose to do this just for the interestingness of this game. So that's the end of your moving phase, Jamie?
Yeah.
Did you move this guy?
I moved him back a bit.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, just shuffle the knights around. Asheron's coming out to play. So we'll come back at the end of James' turn. Okay, end of knights turn 1. Killed a lot of stuff. Those scouts are all gone. That squad is... Oh, I need to do some morale. So that I'm going to auto pass morale. So do I get those CPs back? No. And then this, I'm going to, they lost one guy, so I'll just take my chance. Okay, so they lose another guy. And yeah, those guys, -5, so 10. So they shall know no fear. They're good. Okay, so there's one guy there, and those guys are survived, and I lost 2 CP. Okay, so end of turn. So he killed those scouts, killed half of that unit, 1 from this unit, and almost all the aggressors. And there's a big gap here now. Also killed a hellhound and put 6 wounds onto that hellhound, and that's it. So going on to turn 2 for Catachans. Okay, so the race is on for this central objective. Turn 2 for the Catachans. If I can get 1 guardsman on there, I win. But this side is blocked.
Keep them on there until the end.
To the end of your turn, yeah. That side's blocked. This side there's a gap for a 28mm base, but I end up in combat. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes. So I've moved all my guardsmen up here. Big Bertha's come out. Harker moved a little bit to keep the reroll range. And this unit has come around here to form a screen. The scouts moved up. The hellhound pulled out. And those 5 remaining guardsmen have moved up there. The aggressor didn't move. And that unit has made sure that they can't be shot. So we'll come back. Oh, and the sentinel moved up. So we'll come back at the end of turn 2 for Catachans. Okay, end of Catachans turn 2. We brought that knight down to 1. Did nothing to the Acheron. Oh, maybe did a wound or 2 to the Acheron. I don't think we did anything to this knight. I've got my Duders in place ready to pounce, and the Shadow Sword did 23 wounds to this guy, so that knight is gone. So we have our opening there to get on that objective, and hopefully we can hold ours for a bit longer. So on to turn 2 for knights. All right, end of knights turn 2. These guys are gone. A couple wounds on the sentinel. So the knight and the Acheron ended up in combat with scouts and the hellhound. They killed the hellhound, which exploded and took out that knight and did a couple of wound or something on the Acheron. 2 Catachans there passed morale, so they're still stuck in with the Acheron. And these guys lost about 7 guys, so down to about 13 guys left. And that's it. So this knight is standing, covering as much of this objective as he can, but there are gaps. So we need to get rid of this knight, and we're in a position to win it, I believe. So on to Catachans turn 3. Okay, end of turn 3 for Catachans. That knight is gone, and that objective is open. And Acheron took a few more wounds. So down, took in what, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and so we're on to knights turn 3. All right, we fast forwarded to Jamie's turn, and he had no option but to come back and try and take me out. He did end up taking this whole unit of scouts out, so I would have had to hold it with the sentinel. And then, but he charged the Shadow Sword, and he took a bunch on Overwatch and ended up dying. On the next turn, though, survived combat and died the next turn. So, fun game. Interesting scenario, super interesting scenario, but that's kind of what open war does from time to time. Gives you some interesting scenarios. Thanks everybody for watching this battle report. If you like what you see, please click on the like below and click on the can hammer sign there to subscribe. And if you'd like to support us to make more content, please click on the link there to support us on Patreon. Thank you very much, and good night from my basement.